Hello and welcome to yet another Firearm Freedom live stream here on YouTube. I'm going to let a couple people get in here, and I just want to make sure, look around, that all the camera angles look good, lighting looks good. I think it does. Guys, let me know. It's about 90 degrees in the area of my filming studio, so I do have a couple of fans on me right now just kind of blowing some air. So if you guys can pick up any of that annoying fan audio or anything like that, please let me know, and I will make sure I turn those off and make it a little bit better for you guys. Aside from that, as always, let me know if it's looking choppy on your end or something like that. Somebody asked in the last YouTube live stream last Sunday, hey, why is this live stream in 720p? Unfortunately, I don't have a way to control that. So I actually stream these live streams here on YouTube on my cell phone, which is like an iPhone 7 Plus or maybe an iPhone 10, I don't know, one of the earlier iPhones or the newer iPhones. And because of that, unfortunately, I can only have it a certain quality. And then on top of that, because I'm streaming it live, it actually uploads a little bit differently on YouTube. So if I can figure out a way to film this live with my Sony camera or something like that, that would be ideal. But at the moment, the easiest way for me to film these guys live is on my cell phone, because I could just pop it live right up and ready to go. Quick side note, guys, if you did want to support the channel, I know many of you ask about a Patreon account. Don't worry, I have since decided that we are going to do a Patreon account. I actually literally have it up on my editing computer over on my desk right now as we speak. So the Patreon account is coming. I don't know exactly when it's going to drop live. May drop live in the next couple of days. Don't really know yet. I'm trying to figure out exactly what tiers I want to do on the Patreon account. So let me know what you guys think you would like to see over on the Patreon account. You guys have kind of voiced your opinion so far that you would like to see a Patreon account, so I am definitely going to try to answer that and get you guys one. But aside from that, as of right now, how you can support the channel is, one, by watching this video. So thank you for watching the live stream and commenting down below, hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then also we do have a Firearm Freedom merchandise store. So to get some really cool merchandise like this white heathered tri-blend Firearm Freedom shirt, or these awesome die-cut stickers that we have available here, and then we even have a tinfoil triggered sticker, which, yes, that is me in a massive ball of a tinfoiled hat with meme triggered eyes, because that's just kind of how we roll. We also just started a Firearm Freedom official Discord server. So if you guys have not checked out the Discord server yet, the link will be down below in either the comment section or the description, or both. We'll see how things go. But the Discord is going great. We have almost 40 members over at the Discord server. Awesome, massive chat group. So if some of you guys are into that, let me know. But in today's live stream, let me bring out my little notebook of goodness here. I am going to be talking about how to start your channel. In this case, talking more along the lines of a gun channel. But with that being said, this could probably go to quite a bit of different channels, and it's just kind of my idea. I actually did this live stream way back in the day on Instagram, and I'm pulling from those same notes. So if you guys saw that Instagram live stream way back in the day, this might seem a little bit familiar to you. But with that being said, I'm going to change it up just a little bit. I had some other people asking in the last live stream last week what my thoughts were, how they should start a gun channel, different things to think about, and that is definitely an interesting topic as of right now in 2020. There's a lot of other things that come into play there when it comes to starting your own gun channel and different things like that we are going to talk about today. But even if you're interested in behind the scenes, what goes on at a YouTube channel, what goes on through a YouTuber's job here on this platform that you guys are watching right now, definitely stick around because you might find it interesting. I would also like to note that this is more so what I've learned with my channel. We are just over 22,000 subscribers here on Instagram. I also do run the Firearm Freedom Facebook, Twitter, Instagram account. Discord server, and soon to be Patreon account. So I've ran a bunch of different social media pages, and I've been doing this now for about 4 years. But with that being said, by no means one of the most successful channels out there in any way, shape, or form. So don't take this as somebody who is posing to be an expert, because I'm not, but there are definitely just interesting takeaways that I notice from YouTube. So getting right into it, you want to start your own YouTube channel. What are some things to think about? Well, when it comes to starting a gun-involved YouTube channel, you're really, unfortunately, starting off kind of not as good as many other channels, and that's just the reality of it. Now on YouTube with this platform, it's really cool because I can reach all of you guys. Let's be honest, most everybody uses YouTube. I've actually, fun fact, tried to upload my videos and my content, daily posts, whatever else, to, at this point, 4 other gun favoriting social media channels. Basically like social media video channels, almost like YouTube. One of those might be Full30. There was a couple of other little minor sites here and there that came about. And I uploaded content to 4 of those sites. Unfortunately, all 4 of those sites, not including Full30, although Full30 is not doing too well, not any of those sites are still surviving today. So all of those sites that I put work into, uploading posts, whatever else, making the account, they all got axed because they just could not handle the amount of people coming in. And the reality of it is even like one of the most popular posts over there only got maybe 1,000, 2,000 views, whatever else. So the reality of it is those sites just do not reach people. So a lot of people say, well, hey, Joe, why are you even on YouTube? They hate gun tubers and everything like that. They hate the Second Amendment. They hate the First Amendment. And I would absolutely agree with you. My answer to that would be, I would love to not have to be on YouTube. The reality of it is this is the platform that we are just that we reach the most people with. So if you're trying to get new people involved into the gun world, if you are trying to grow your business as far as a channel, gear reviews, whatever else, it's just not really possible, unfortunately, any other social media platform. Now, I will still always try to upload content, whatever else, to a random new gun favoriting channel that pops up. The reality of it is those just don't really go anywhere. So if you're thinking about starting a channel, realize that there are definitely channel ideas that are going to get you faster growth than other channel ideas. Firearms, or really any sort of other conservative or free-minding thought that somebody might have, probably not a good idea either if you're looking for massive channel growth. That's just not going to happen, and YouTube consistently will suppress those channels. Many people are going to argue that, oh, YouTube does not suppress channels. The reality of it is that is a lie. They absolutely do. They suppress channels. They don't abide by their own policies that they list for content creators. Another massive group of channels that, in my opinion, is oversaturated and very difficult to start a channel in and go anywhere would be fitness-related channels. If you are all a fitness-related channel, that's everything that you do, it is very difficult to get anywhere in regards to that channel. And what YouTube is going to do when you first make a channel is they are going to kind of try to place you in a category, and their algorithms are trying to pop you in front of everybody's eyes in the category that they're pinpointing you. So the downfalls, if you have a channel, for instance, like FF Lifestyle, which is actually the B channel for Firearm Freedom, we post pretty much everything over there. The video schedule's much different, much longer periods between each videos, because ultimately, obviously, most of my time goes into the Firearm Freedom channel, but anything that I don't think would go well here, a hike, a vlog, skateboarding, fitness, whatever else, goes to the FF Lifestyle channel. It's very hard to grow a channel like that because there are so many different things going on. So it's hard for the algorithms to place your videos in front of somebody, because if you post a fitness video, if you then post, a hiking outdoors video, but then you post a gun video, then you post a vlog or something else. It's very hard to place that. So the only positive about choosing a gun channel, if you are considered or if you are looking for growth, would simply be the fact that you have a gun channel. So you're going to immediately be put hopefully in front of the eyes of people that want to see gun-related content. Now the downfall is that does not always happen. So the first point that I have written down here, and this still absolutely holds true, this was of November of last year that I made this live stream, and a lot of this is still absolutely true today. But analytics lie. What do I mean by analytics lie? So analytics, dummy expression here or dummy explanation here, I should say. Analytics are basically going to be telling you how many people are viewing your videos, how it's looking over time, right? Your view count, your revenue that you're getting in from ads or whatever else. These are going to be your analytics. In my opinion, analytics lie. A lot of people say, well, Joe, they don't lie. They're going to tell you exactly who comes to your channel. And that absolutely is the case. They will always tell you who comes to your channel. However, what they will not tell you is if your videos are being taken out of the eyes of your subscribers. And that happens quite a bit. And the most frustrating thing about starting a channel, specifically a gun channel in regards to this, is that it's very difficult to tell whether or not you are doing a bad job, whether or not your videos are not necessarily doing well with your viewers. Maybe people just aren't liking them, they don't want to click on them, whatever else, just not interesting them, or whether your videos are not even coming up for your viewers, and that happens quite a bit. So I get notified time and time again that many people that subscribe to this channel right now, maybe some of you that are watching right now, have been unsubscribed from Firearm Freedom multiple times, have had to click back in, could not find my channel, would type in the search menu, my channel name would not come up. They actually had to somehow search off of other videos that I've produced to find the base channel that they then found out they were unsubscribed from. And YouTube does this quite a bit. In fact, they have also done it, and they've sent me a notification that they did it, and the notification I love, they said, hey, we are removing all spam accounts, spam subscribers from your YouTube channel. So you'll notice a decrease in subscribers, but don't worry, it's just spam accounts. And of course, I noticed a decrease in subscribers, but I actually went into my previous job the next day, and I noticed that a bunch of my fellow employees were also unsubscribed from my YouTube channel, and they obviously were not spam accounts. So again, this happens all the time, and this is, again, kind of the more frustrating thing is analytics lie. It's very difficult to tell, whereas a normal YouTube channel, if you are looking to start, I don't know, a fashion channel, something like that, whatever else, a normal channel, you're going to be able to tell, okay, I posted this video and that video is not doing too good, so maybe I shouldn't post it again. But on a gun channel, chances are pretty high that you're going to post a video and all of a sudden your subscriber count is just going to drop, views drop, the video's not doing too well, and there's really no way to know if that video was never even seen by your subscribers or if they saw it and it wasn't doing well. Ryan, how you doing, man? Good to see you. So analytics lie, that is probably one of the easiest things to note right off the bat if you're looking to start a channel. So kind of get ready for that. Get ready for the fact that you will be suppressed. It's just going to happen. Your channel will be suppressed, and it's ultimately going to be up to you if you continue to push through that very frustrating suppression of your videos from the general public, because it happens all the time. To give you an example, and a lot of analytics are going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. I generally experience almost 100% increase and 100% decrease every other month in my subscriber counts, in my ad revenue, if I get any ad revenue at all. It will dramatically increase and dramatically decrease that much. I'm posting the exact same amount of videos. It does not matter. It will go up and down. At first, I originally thought there was maybe something to do with, everything going on in the world today that had that happen, but it's still happening as we speak. In fact, this month, everything dropped almost 70% than it was last month. Is that because people aren't liking the videos? Maybe. Is it because analytics are lying and their videos are being shielded from a lot of people? Maybe that too. I have no idea. But it happens. So Next point here, and this is something that I think is really important for gun channels, and this is super important if you're looking to start your own channel, and that is don't sell at very voiced pretty clearly my opinions on what I believe is shilling, what I believe is not shilling, and I've also voiced that I don't think it's necessarily wrong in any way, shape, or form to try and make your living off of YouTube, to try and build a business here on YouTube. It's a very high risk business, so you need to make sure that you have things lined up. So if that business epically fails, if it's done, you have ways to survive that. But ultimately, I don't think there's anything wrong with building a business here on YouTube and trying to make money and make a living off of it. However, there is a wrong way to make that money, and there's a wrong way to make that living here on YouTube, and many people fall victim to this. And unfortunately, right when you start getting around that 10,000, maybe 15,000 subscriber mark, you will have more gear-related companies contact you in regards to doing firearms reviews or gear reviews or something like that on their particular product. I would advise anybody that has a YouTube channel to be very picky with who they choose to do a product review with, and also to ask many questions. You guys know, as I say here multiple times, full disclosure always here on the Firearm Freedom channel, that one of the first questions that I ask to a company that I'm considering working with, Ian, what's up, man? Good evening to you as well. So, many people that I work with, I've always asked them one question first, and that question is, how do you handle 100% unbiased, honest reviews? How do you feel about those? How do you take negative remarks about your product, and so on? And how they answer that question is how I decide if I'm going to work with them or if I am not. And I also decide something to go along with that as well. So always everybody that I've worked with here on the channel has given me the same or somewhat of the same answer, which is, hey, you say whatever it is that you want to say. If you think the product's bad, make a video, let us know so that we can improve our product, because that's absolutely how a review is supposed to work. It's not supposed to be a almost like sale to you guys to sell you a crappy or bad product, and that is how I believe a lot of people sell out. But then on top of that, and how it is in regards to me and my channel, I always look at the actual product itself. Does it fit my values? Do I think you guys will enjoy to see it? And just because I might be getting that product for free to review on the channel, that does not mean I'm not looking at the price point the product is going to be. If a company is super cool and says, hey, we're going to send you a product and say whatever it is that you want to say about it, but the product is $4,000, I'm getting it for free, and then I say, and I look at other products, for example, or whatever else, and I find competitors that are far cheaper, better options, and I don't see a reason that X product is $4,000. I'm not going to do the review, because I just don't think that fits my values. I don't think you guys would enjoy it, and it's just not something that interests me. Now, if I were to purchase that and then review it, maybe it's a little bit different, maybe it's not, and it's all situationally dependent with the company. But don't sell out. Do not go to these companies, and because you think you can get free products, many of the times you will get free products. That's a perk, you could say, of having a YouTube channel. But remember, you are not just getting these products for free, you are testing these products to show somebody how they work. So these products are really not supposed to be taken. You never even take them out of the box. You're like, whoopee, I got a brand new free product, and you never even take it to the range to review it, but you do a crappy video on it or an unboxing on it, and that's your review, telling people to go buy it because you're excited that you got it for free. That's an easy way to sell out, and it's really easy for people to do that. There's many channels out there, unfortunately, I don't agree with this, that will go out and they will literally tell companies, hey, whatever it is you want me to say, I'll say it. Even if the product's garbage, I'll say that it's positive. Just give me the free product, give me your money, and we'll set up a sponsorship deal. And again, this is just not how I run things here on Firearm Freedom, and I'd recommend that if you're looking to start a channel, you don't do this either, because it's a quick end to your account. people stop trusting you. People don't care what you have to say, because the moment that they click on your video, it is you basically just selling product after product after product. And quite frankly, if people wanted to see that, they would just go to the manufacturer's website and see the product specs, because that's all you're reiterating is the product specs. That's about it. And that's a huge pet peeve of mine. Now, do I disagree with sponsorships or something like that? Again, I think it's all dependent. I think if you're straightforward with a sponsorship and, in the beginning of the video, you're like, hey, X company is sponsoring the channel. They give us funds to keep us going here. Give them some love down there at the link or whatever else. Doesn't matter. If you are upfront about it, I'm not necessarily against it. Is it annoying to see an ad? Yes. Do I wish YouTube would allow us to just have ads on 100% of our videos? Yes. So with that being said, I think there's a lot of people that are sponsored by these companies, and that means here's money, mention our company, and unfortunately, a lot of those people that are sponsored, they never tell you they're sponsored, and they don't want to say because they don't want you to assume their reviews are biased because of the sponsorship. And that's where you can really start selling out as well. So long and the short, don't sell out. Not worth it. No one likes a liar. Honesty is always key. It is always key, because you build a foundation of viewers. You build people that just want to check out your channel for the content, for honesty. And remember, guys, in this industry, or when you're reviewing any other product, you're reviewing somebody that somebody else. You're reviewing something that somebody else is going to spend their hard-earned money on, and that's not to be taken lightly. I would hate to have somebody buy a product that I had a good experience with, that I recommended, and the product ended up being really, really bad. That is not what you want to have happen, and quite frankly, if you're continuously reviewing crappy products that are expensive, that you've never tested, you're going to have a lot of people that are just never going to go to your channel again, because they're going to buy it and be like, that kind of sucked, it wasn't a good product. So keep that in mind. Not a good idea. So don't sell out. Get ready to spend money. So that's another thing when it comes to these channels, especially gun review channels and different things like that. Be ready to spend some money. Now, if you're going to get creative and do more like firearms news videos or talking point videos, and not really show never paint the end of your gun barrel bright orange. Probably not a good idea either, David. Probably not. So if you're making these videos and you are getting really creative, you want to make a gun channel, but maybe you don't spend a lot of money and you do videos about tiny products or something like that, and you do a bunch of talking point videos, that might be the way that you want to roll. If you want to be a straight gun review channel, similar to Firearm Freedom, straight gun and gear reviews, and then we do some talking point videos as well. But for the bulk, my channel is reviews. If you're looking to do that, be ready to spend some money. Luckily, I have worked in the gun industry now, or have worked in the gun industry for about 7 years, and I actually might be picking up another job at a gun shop relatively soon, super part-time, only like 1 day a week sort of deal. And with that being said, working in the industry, that gives you a lot of perks, a lot of store discounts, and that can really coexist well with your channel, because you can get some discounts on things that you would normally be buying. Ammo, if ammo comes in the shop, you might be able to get your hands on it first. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. But working at a gun shop really coexists well with a YouTube channel that revolves around firearms. If you don't work at a gun shop, again, just get ready to be spending some money, because ultimately, until you get to that, at the very least, 10,000 subscriber mark, you are just not going to be getting, the ability to say, hey, can I check out X gun for testing and evaluation? Can you send to my channel and I can test it out? It's just not going to happen. So if you assume that you're going to start a gun YouTube channel and you say, hey, I want to get a bunch of stuff for free and I don't have a lot of money right now, but that's what I'm going to review, it's probably going to end fairly quickly for you, because you just have to have a lot of guns on inventory to constantly be mixing up reviews, or at least be buying other accessories for each and every one of those guns. That way you can do different reviews on the accessories and so on. And that really helps out. When you are looking at starting your channel, probably the biggest thing that matters is the quantity and quality of content they're putting out. The reason why I say get ready to spend a lot of money is because if you are really trying to grow when you first start off, you need to be posting at the very least 2 videos per week in order to grow. 2 videos per week in order to grow. And if you're not posting 2 videos a week, it's going to be a lot harder for you. If you post like 1 video a month, it's going to be a lot harder for you. So make the decision that once you hit submit, you're starting your channel is there, it's created. I would recommend having pre-staged videos already filmed, already edited, maybe 8 or 9 videos to handle almost a month or more of content for the very first time you start your channel, and spread them out. Because if you don't do this, you're going to probably fall victim to what we all know and well pretty good now from other new channels when they get on after 3 months go by and they say, hey guys, sorry, didn't have time, whatever other excuse they want to say for not having consistent video uploads. But the general reason for that is because they haven't had this stuff uploaded previously, and there was no way for them to catch up with the upload schedule, and they got kind of bombarded by it. So have videos staged and have those ideas ready to go, because guys, I can't tell you how easy it is to, 1, run out of money and not be able to buy this stuff, and then 2, run out of ideas. Okay, I've reviewed every gun in my collection. Now what do? Do I go buy a new gun? Do I ask a buddy to borrow his gun? Do you know somebody with a massive collection that's super cool? Would they let you borrow their stuff to do a review on? All these things really matter, and this is where I want to change it a little bit to 2020. Let me catch up on your comments here, guys, really quick. I built my own gun range with my tractor. That is awesome, man. I'm in the middle of my AR build. Nice. So another thing when it comes to starting a gun channel right now in 2020, man, starting a gun channel right now, oof, it would be really tough. And the biggest reason that would be tough is for ammunition. Guys, to do what I do here on Firearm Freedom, you need ammo to do it. You need a bunch of ammo. If you are looking to test guns on screen, you got to have the ammo to do it. And unfortunately, a lot of the times that does not just come down to money. It comes down to availability, as we're seeing right now, where even if you have the money to spend on, say, 9mm, it's not really there. It's not really available. You got to really search far and wide to find a case that's grossly overpriced. A lot of people, hear my ammunition shortage videos and my thoughts on that, and talking about, hey, only buy, what you are going to shoot. I got news for you. If you have a YouTube channel that revolves around firearms, that's not necessarily an option for you. If you only have a 9mm in the collection to do a video on, you're shooting through your ammo, because if you don't, you're not having videos unless you consistently do talking point videos over and over and over again. And quite frankly, and this is just my opinion, I think those get boring. I think they get boring very quickly. News channels talking about firearms news, yeah, it switches it up quite a bit. But if you're constantly doing a video, no shooting, just talking, and I think it gets old very quickly. So keep in mind that starting a YouTube channel revolving around firearms right now in 2020 with all this stuff going on, it's a big task that you're going to have to take on. Availability, parts, whatever else. You really need to have a massive store of this stuff in your house already in order to get this stuff started. Because if you don't have anything, it's going to be really tough to start up. Definitely not a good. I'd kill to find some 9mm. I'm gonna have to do the Uzi build review and test fire for mine. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know, Ian. So yeah, I mean, when you go and you start reviewing new guns, you really want to have that ammo, and it's just not available. So that is a huge deal when it comes to 2020 and everything like that. Next thing, when you're starting a channel, a lot of people think, hey, I want to start a channel, and I don't know if I have the money to buy some crazy high-end camera or something like that. Guys, in this day and age, your cell phone, if you have an iPhone or an Android, takes very, very, very good video. Back when I first started YouTube, way back in the day, long before Firearm Freedom, when I had this horrendously cringy fitness channel that I will never name here on this channel, iPhones, one, were not really a thing at that point in time, and I was filming it on my little iPod Nano, and I would film videos like that. So trust me, the camera footage that we now have on your phone is much better than back in the day, and you can really utilize it and get very, very creative with just the phone that you have. So don't get worried right off the bat about spending money on a camera. I would much rather have money spent in video ideas and things that you're going to do for videos than on the camera itself, because you just don't necessarily need it, provided you have a good high-quality smartphone. With that being said, what I would say is the most important thing to spend money on camera equipment when you first start off, I said this in last week's live stream, is audio, like this LAV mic right here, and lighting. So I have right here, hopefully these don't fall, but I have softbox lights, which are these guys right here. And I gotta say, guys, I just want to make sure that doesn't fall. It shouldn't. Might get stabbed by it, but that's okay. Softbox lights are super, super cheap. Softbox lights can be had for maybe like $50 or something like that, and they can fold up. I obviously did not have this awesome filming studio back in the really, really tiny apartment that Firearm Freedom started in, so I would have to break those lights down consistently, and every single time I broke them down, it was annoying because they would start falling apart. They just weren't working right. They're not really designed to be broken down every single time you want to use them, but with that being said, it can be done. And I would say that that is probably one of the most beneficial things that you could buy when you first start off your channel. It's a big difference if I had these lights off and did this live stream. Whereas if I have these lights on, even if I did not have this paper filming studio back here, even if I had a white wall, it looks a lot better with softbox LED lights than it does with just a standard soft light bulb in your house. The audio, you can get this LAV mic for 20 bucks, maybe, and I can plug it right into my iPhone, and I'm good to go. I at least have better audio than just the audio on the iPhone. It does not change the way that the audio sounds necessarily, but what this LAV mic does on the iPhone is instead of me having to reach the microphone on the iPhone, I can reach the LAV mic right underneath me, and it just kind of directs the audio a little bit better. So right now, when I have a fan over there and a fan down there, and they're blowing, I don't have to worry about that getting onto the phone because I have to worry about the air on the LAV mic. So having audio and lighting are probably some of the most beneficial things you can do as far as quality when you are looking at starting your channel when you have nothing. Now, Mac products, as far as editing goes for YouTube videos, are definitely a little bit easier to get started with, in my opinion, than PC products. The only reason why I say that is because you have the ability to have iMovie, which is a free editing software that comes with your Mac, laptop, iPhone, whatever else, that you can do everything on. I actually have been using iMovie for Firearm Freedom. I use it right now. I use it all the way up until this point. Will I be changing in the future? Maybe, maybe not. But I have used iMovie this entire process, and it can get everything you need done, no problems. I was self-taught on that. Pretty easy to learn. I will probably be getting Final Cut Pro hopefully at some point, but up until now I just haven't needed it with my style of videos. So I would say it's definitely a little bit easier to get started with editing as far as Mac products. I'm not a tech-savvy guy, so I'm sure a bunch of you PC owners are probably savagely typing in the live section right now. Lead may soon become a precious metal. David, I would agree, man. I think the biggest reason that we're seeing issues with ammo, yet again, is lead mines and different things like that. I love slow-mo harvest replay. You look sexy with those lights on you. Thank you, Mike. A shotgun mic can work too. I use one on review videos so I can move around a little more freely. Absolutely, man. That's a great point as well. A shotgun mic. BC, what's up, man? Thanks for watching. Good phone based editing is Filmarago. I'm probably not saying that right, but yeah, you're absolutely right. There's a bunch of good editing softwares that you can download, editing software that you can download as apps right on your phone and use that for editing. So there are many ways to accomplish that. A lot of people think, oh, I can't start a channel because I don't have a camera. That's not the case. You do need money to start a gun channel. You're just going to need it. You're going to be buying a lot of ammo, buying a lot of accessories, buying a lot of guns, whatever else. And that's just kind of the way it's going to be. But I justified it with myself because I was already buying a lot of guns, spending a hell of a lot of my paycheck on guns. So at that point I was like, I'm already buying all this shit. I might as well just make some videos of it. So for me, it worked out really well. Now, if you have, you know, an awesome big family, you have your wife, your kids to support, or your husband and your kids to support, whatever else wants to start the channel. You know, if that is what you live in right now, it's gonna be a lot harder for you to justify, like, hey, got to buy X, Y, or Z products to do a review video on them. So those are all things to think about, and maybe things to think about to form your channel around. Let's see what else we got here. Take your time editing this stuff. And no matter what you edit, here's what I want to tell you guys when it comes down to editing YouTube videos. My biggest tip to you, whatever YouTube video that you, or whatever YouTube channel idea that you have, act like every single video, this live stream that I'm doing right here, any other video, I'm about to do a video on an HRT plate carrier. Any video, act like that video is going to be your that is the video that's going to get you quote unquote famous. That's going to be the video. And imagine that that is your highest viewed video. That is the video that people know you for. How are you going to make it? And that is exactly how I would tip you as far as what tip would I have. That would be the tip that I would have for how you edit stuff. Don't get lazy with it. If you think something is not going to go well in there and you put it in there anyways because you're lazy about editing, you don't want to take the time to cut it out, how would you feel if that video that you're like, I just started is probably not going to be the best video anyways? How would you feel if that video is going to be the only video people know you about or know you for? I'm sure many of you guys understand what I mean by this when it comes to my video and my 8 things not to do in a gun shop video. That was probably one of the first videos I made. I've talked so much about this on the channel now. There were definitely a bunch of little tidbits of great information in that video, but there were many things that I hated about that video. And unfortunately, I had that kind of lazy mindset where I thought it looked cool. Maybe if I spent more time on it, I would have done a much better job. Maybe if I learned more or spent more time training on the editing software or whatever else beforehand, I would have made it a little bit better. But ultimately, we don't know what videos are going to make us viewable to so many people, and we don't know what videos people are going to know. You know, I do all this work on my channel and everything like that, and when I worked at the gun shop, I had a couple people come in, recognize me from the channel, which was the coolest feeling in the world. Aside from that, though, many of them I'd say, oh, how did you see the channel? And they would inevitably say, oh, you did that 8 things not to do in a gun shop video. So a lot of people will only see that, and that's just the way that it is. But think about every video. I learned my lesson with that one. Think about every single video. That's going to be your most viewed video. So if you say something that you think is controversial, remember, that's going to be the most viewed video. So if you think it's controversial, do you really want to say it? Do you want to say it in a different way? Is it the truth? Is it really opinionated? All these things come into play because that video can all of a sudden like that become your highest viewed video on your channel. And that's what gets you known, if you know what I mean. Let me catch up with your comments here, guys. I do 90 to 90%, 95% of content on my channel with 2 Android phones. Not saying they're the greatest, but I take some pride in what I do. That's awesome, man. YouTube targeting conservatives and gun owners has made it tough to make a go of it on YouTube without outside help. I would absolutely agree. It's very, very difficult, and it's frustrating beyond words. It's frustrating beyond words because generally YouTube kind of plays a game. They make you feel like you're making it, and then they'll take it all away from you, delete some videos, demonetize half of your channel every single month. And it really is kind of a whirlwind of different things, but it's really cool when I have incredible subscribers like you guys that are all part of this Firearm Freedom family, that are willing to consider Firearm Freedom merch like many of you had, or are even requesting that I make a Patreon account just so you guys can support the channel. That's incredible. So to have awesome subscribers like you guys, again, that's really cool. But to revert all the way back around to not being a sellout and not being a jerk here on social media, you're not going to have awesome subscribers. You're not going to create a social media community, a family around what you do, if you're an idiot and if you sell out in the very beginning for a couple of bucks. So I would always take honesty over selling out every single time. That's up to 1 million views. Mike, I know. Yeah, that's crazy. My first video over 1 million views, and it's the 8 things not to do in a gun shop video. I'm not specifically a gun channel. I do lots of outdoor related content. Review videos take an hour or so for a 10 to 15 minute video. Worst are fishing videos. You can spend hours going through it. Absolutely. I would say, a lot of gun tubers try to make it seem like they do so much time with editing. I think it depends on what software you use. My style, the style that you guys have come to know here on Firearm Freedom, is pretty simple as far as the editing process. So editing, I can get done. A 10-minute video probably takes me about an hour and a half, 2 hours of full editing, and I am just going at it for 2 hours. I can do that. And then it takes me about 30 minutes to film the video, get the lighting up as far as the tabletop. At the range, that's a good 3 to 4 hours. Generally getting out, tripod set up. Every time I go to the range, it is bringing gear, bringing camera equipment, bringing batteries, bringing baggies to put over cameras if it rains, making sure memory cards are good to go, making sure batteries are charged. All of these different things come into play, and that's the only downfall that I would say about being a gun tuber. And what I've learned is that range days, I don't want to say they're not fun, because I have a blast still at the range, but it definitely becomes more of a task. It's more of I wish I didn't have to bring all this crap and lug it around with me to the range. I love bringing whatever product that I'm testing, but I wish I did not have to lug around like 100 yards, camera equipment. It's like 95 degrees. That is never fun, but it's part of the job. Couldn't have explained that any better. I'm the same way with my picks. I want them to look as realistic as possible, like you could just grab it out of the pick. That's a great mentality to have. I'm going to give it a try on my next YouTube video. Absolutely, Ian. And the algorithm almost completely ignores me unless it's something specifically searched for. Black Cat Outdoors, that has happened to me so much, man, and it still happens to me now, over 20,000 subscribers. I don't even have 1 million view video. That's pretty awesome. Thank you, man. Your range has an awesome setup, great for filming. Yeah, thank you. So the range that I go to is awesome for filming. If you contact me over on Instagram, you can ask me what range that I go to, and generally I'll give you a better idea. I hope you guys understand. I try to be as private as possible on YouTube, and just because of the nature of what I do with firearms and everything like that. So I try to not say my range that I go to openly here on live videos or in videos and everything like that. I'm not trying to be shady. I just don't want a bunch of people knowing around, the area that I live. I like to keep kind of just the state, and that's about it. But if you want to go hit me up over on Instagram or check out the Firearm Freedom Discord servers, everything like that. That, I'll give you a little bit more information. I don't know if you already did a video. What happened? How come you're not there? Yeah, so with the gun shop that I left, under the radar is good, in my opinion. David, I would agree. Nothing, as far as the gun shop on why I left, there was no really rhyme or reason. I was there for over 5 years at that particular gun shop. Before that gun shop, I was at a couple more, shops before that, big box stores, Gander Mountain, while Gander Mountain was still around, and a couple more places like that. But at that gun shop, again, nothing bad happened. It was just kind of in the beginning of all of the craziness of 2020. Being at a gun shop could definitely take a toll pretty quickly. At the particular gun shop that I was at, busy was an understatement. It was pretty much like Black Friday times 10. Every single day. And I was in a management role at that gun shop, so managing that every single day, and I was pulling about 13-hour shifts, and then trying to do the channel as well with everything else going on. It was just very difficult to accomplish. So ultimately, I kind of added everything up and realized that it just was not for me at that position, at that establishment any longer. Now, with that being said, nothing was bad or bad ties or anything like that in any way, shape, or form. There's just a lot going on in 2020. And again, working in retail right now is really, really tough. Working at a gun shop is very, 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 very tough because you're dealing with a lot of people that rightfully so are panicked, rightfully so really need help getting a gun, but having to tell them nothing's in stock, no ammo. Having people yelling at you all day long definitely gets just kind of something where you're like, do I really want to be doing this right now, or can I find another outlet? Are you going to open your own shop now? I'm not going to open my own shop. I really have no interest in opening up an FFL at all. I will more than likely be working at another gun shop, but as far as it being another full-time gig for me, probably not. I worked at a gun shop full-time for a very long time now, and moving forward, I'm probably going to pick up, maybe some part-time hours to not get totally out of that gun shop scene, because again, as I mentioned earlier in the live, it really coexists well with having a YouTube channel, whether that be store discounts or anything else like that. It just coexists with having the channel. Picks on used guns coming in or whatever else, all that stuff really helps out with everything that you guys see here. So working at another gun shop part-time, sure, absolutely. I see myself probably doing that relatively soon. Kind of ironic, I'm actually starting a new job, a totally new career path as of as of tomorrow, my first day of work at this new career path in the HVAC industry, actually, among all things, is going to be tomorrow. So, totally different world. The cool thing is that even though I have my, regular career in a totally different field or whatever else, I have my YouTube channel here, so I'm never out of working in the gun industry, which is pretty cool. But I still miss working at a gun shop. This industry, this job, awesome job, really cool, very excited to be starting it. But with that being said, picking up a little part-time gig or something like that at a gun shop in the future might definitely be in my cards, just so that way I can still always be, in that side of the industry as well, because the amount of things that you learn working at different gun shops throughout the years is pretty incredible. The amount of things that you learn holding an FFL over the years is pretty incredible as well. Yeah, we sold out of everything. It's very frustrating. Yeah, Mike, it is frustrating because, it sucks because you want to help these people. You want to help these people get what it is they need. And it's totally understandable why a lot of these folks get so frustrated at you when you don't have something in stock. But it's just a bad situation to be in, to be constantly having to tell somebody, hey, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can order you. There's nothing I can get you. You're just kind of out of luck. If anything, buy reloading machines to sell ammo. Yeah, at this point. Go home FFL 07 and attach an SOT and do some machine guns. Yeah, Mike, I definitely, I've always, I guess, threw around in my head the idea of, a home FFL or something like that. In the future, maybe. I would really like to have an off-site place to have an FFL at. I don't necessarily know if I would ever want to deal with having an FFL out of my home. Maybe not. I don't know. It doesn't really interest me. to have to deal with any sort of ATF compliance checks or anything like that out of your house. It's kind of an annoying add-on. Are those checks just as annoying out of an FFL? Yes, for sure. Like out of an off-site FFL. At a home address, I don't know. It's a little bit tough. But there's a lot of people that do it. I just bought a laser hit indoor range, but the phone holder seems to be altered. Interesting. I've never messed with the laser hit system. I'm not super familiar with that. Yeah, for the most part, guys, you know, with YouTube, right? So no, not in the 5 years that I was there. You know, but before I was there, yes, there was a couple of ATF checks or maybe one ATF check. I think it's all dependent as well on the ATF agent that is running the FFLs in your area. So whoever is designated your ATF guy or girl or whatever, I think it's pretty much up to them as far as how often they do checks. I don't know if that's the case, but that's my thought process on it. But to wrap it up, if you're looking to start a channel, 2020 nowadays and different things to think about, quality of lighting and audio, that is super important. I would recommend keeping your videos short and sweet. That's just how I roll. If you like longer videos, go with long videos. It's all personal preference. I like keeping mine around 10 minutes. Sometimes a first impression video when I first introduced, you know, that stuff takes a little bit longer. So sometimes with that, I might be 15, 16 minutes, something like that, videos. But again, guys, this is all personal preference. And also, there's a lot to do here with YouTube algorithms. There's a lot with algorithms. There's a lot of things that people do with these algorithms to gain views, you know, with YouTube and everything like that. You know, you can have a lot of success with that. You cannot. I generally, and this might be viewed as stupid for sure, and I could completely see why, but I generally don't get as involved with algorithms and what they do. I enjoy the viewers that I have. Love you guys that watch my channel, and I really hope that you guys enjoy the content that I put out. If you don't enjoy the content, I always love it if you guys let me know down in the comment section so I can change it and make it a little bit better. Do I want to grow? Yes, absolutely. As organically as possible. That is very tough with YouTube. YouTube makes it almost impossible to grow organically now. I would love to just simply grow off the quality and content of my videos. Keep it at that. If I have to post 2 to 3 videos a week to do that, I'm going to try to do that. And yes, I might post, you know, a thumbnail that's way more bright, way more obnoxious than maybe anything on your feed. If that helps a little bit with the algorithm, sure. You know, there's a lot of other things you can do with algorithms. I'm just not necessarily about all of it. So take that for what you will. If you start a channel, you know, there's a lot of people out there that get great success from utilizing different algorithm strategies to build views, to build subscribers, and everything like that. You just have to kind of figure out what you want to do, what you don't want to do, and where you want your channel to go. For me, and I think this is important question to ask yourself. If you're in it just for views, just for money, just to get like famous, this is probably not the thing to be doing, because especially with the gun channel, you're just not really going to get there. For me, I have a passion for this stuff. I love making videos to review a product, to give it to you guys. I want to show you a product that you can check out and use to maybe go use that to buy, so you can have an idea on something to spend your money on. It's a passion for me to do that. I absolutely love doing it. I love giving you guys the reviews that I think many of the reviews past on whatever product may have been lacking a little bit. I really enjoy testing products, so that's a lot of fun for me. And ultimately, yes, I want to grow, I want to get there, but again, I want to try to do that as organically as possible, and that's just how I roll, man. If you don't like it, don't watch the channel, that's cool. No big deal there, you know? You rock, my friend. Thanks for the great channel info. David, thank you, man. Like it, don't like it, either is fine with most creators. If you thumbs down, leave a comment why. That's the frustrating thing for creators, thumbs down with no context. I would agree with that as well. You know, thumbs down with no context, I'd love it. Like if you guys give it a thumbs down, I have no problem with that. If you thumbs down the whole video, again, no problem with that. What would help me, if you care enough, or if you're just savagely hitting that thumbs down because you hate it that much, I'm sorry, but if you want to help me fix it, let me know why you're thumbsing it down in the comment section, and that can definitely help me out, make the video a little bit better so that you guys can actually enjoy watching it. So yeah, I hope this channel continues to grow. I hope it continues to grow like it is. Right now we're growing around 1,000 subscribers every month, which is perfectly fine for me. You know, if it was 4,000, would I love that? Absolutely, sure. But at the moment, 1,000 subscribers growing monthly, awesome, love it. Let's continue this on, keep building this community, keep building this family. I really thrive here off positive in this community, trying to be as positive as humanly possible and trying to just bring you guys wholesome reviews. That's it. I try to leave politics as much out of this stuff as possible, try to leave algorithm stuff as much out of this as possible to just present you guys with the best clear-cut review content, honest review content that you can find. And ultimately, if we grow, we get big from that, awesome. If we don't, it's a passion of mine, so it's still a blast to do. Thank you so much, man. Black Cat Outdoors, $5. Thank you, man. Seriously. Good advice. Great for helping out the new guys. Black Cat, if you have any other questions or anything like that, man, you said you're at the 1,200 subscriber count, shoot me a DM. I don't know if you have an Instagram, but shoot me a DM over on Instagram. I've been getting a lot of DMs recently, but I'll try to respond to you as quickly as possible over there. But if you have any other questions, again, I'm no expert, but check it out, and I might be able to answer something that might be a little bit tough for you. But guys, we're right at about the 56-minute mark, so I'm going to wrap up this live stream now. We're going to be doing another live stream on Sunday next week at 6 p.m. Let me know in the comments down below, especially if you're still watching this live stream, what do you want to see next week? What is a topic that you really enjoy hearing about? What is a topic that you want to hear my thoughts about? Let me know down in the comment section, and I will try to make it happen. Aside from that, also let me know down there if you guys are liking the stories here on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen them or not. About 1,000 people see them generally when I post them, but a story of me saying, hey, a live stream's coming, or a post on the community section. Do you guys enjoy that? Do you not? Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to wrap this live stream up now. As always, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, smash the like button. That all greatly helps me out, and the comments do as well. Links down in the description to the Firearm Freedom Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram account, and also the brand new Discord server. If you guys want to check those out, we do daily posts on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram account that you guys are not going to want to miss. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.